Is it Shinx or Shanks?
Shanks, get out of here.
But this one is putting the emphasis on Rang, a Rang guru.
Rang guru? Question mark.
you Rangaroo?
You Rang guru?
That's when your guru calls you have to call him back. You Rangaroo? What you need?
You Rangaroo?
You're tuned into the GOCast podcast, your one-stop shop for updates, news, tips, and community in the world of Pokemon Go. Thank you for listening.
This season, it's your destiny to declare a duel. Hold on, is that the right duel?
What's the T? Sinnestea making its Pokemon Go debut.
Eyes to the skies and maybe the ground with the new Aspiring Dragon event.
What's better than a Lapras? A big Lapras.
And more on this episode of GOCast. Hello and welcome to the GOCast podcast. It's episode 309. It's December 4th, a Wednesday evening, truly an evening, not even an afternoon. We're recording later because this is the seasonal megapod. That's right, everybody. We got everybody here with the one sad exception. We'll get to it. I'm your host, Chris, as always, and joined by my co-host, Kyle.
Hiya.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing?
I'm okay. Better than I was, so.
Hey, man, that's good. That's called progress. One foot in front of the other, right?
Yeah.
Mentally and physically. That works. That's how it works. Absolutely. I'm also joined by my other co-host, GFI250.
Hello.
What up? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm inside. It is nasty outside. It is unpleasant.
It's pretty bad. We have similar weather patterns because of where we're situated, and yikes on bikes. It ain't good.
No, it is not.
It ain't good, but hopefully it's very different in the other side of the world with our other co-host, Fish on a Heater.
A little too different. Like, it's sweltering over here. Like, you guys have to put like chains on your tires when it's snowing. We have to put ice packs on our tires to avoid them melting on the roads. It's so
that
bad.
Doesn't sound very ergonomic, but okay.
It's very bumpy.
Oh my gosh. Well, sadly, we're only getting a single dose of Australian charisma here today. We do not have our fifth Lachlan with us because he's busy taking an exam for work, which he's about to ace, or actually has probably aced as of 6 minutes ago. Happy to hear how that's going for him, and we wish him the best. Fear not, though. He did send in not one, not two, but three separate voicemails because Lachlan is detail-oriented and thorough. Which we love him for. So we'll place those at the appropriate times. Speaking of appropriate times, this seems like one to talk about goals. So Kyle, let's just knock out what our goals were from the previous episode before we hop into the seasonal goals that all of us set, including Lachlan, last season. So since we've recorded, it's been about a week and a half since we've actually recorded. We had the wild area. That was the thing. If you can believe it. Throw your mind all the way back. I know a lot has happened, but Wild Area was happening at the time for these. So Kyle, for yourself, you wanted to get 10 shiny Pokemon. How'd it go?
I did it. I got 10. Exactly.
Hey.
Very nice. Very nice. Shiny Marini.
That one did not happen.
No.
Me neither.
No.
Oh, sorry, guys. Maybe if you're lucky, I'll let you hold my phone. I've got one.
Just look at it.
Get out of here.
Send you a screenshot. It'll last longer. What about a Toxicity?
I do. I did get several.
Wow. Just regular ones, right?
Yeah,
or
just the regular
Dynamax?
ones.
Or
No Dynamax.
Because your next goal was a G-Max Toxicity.
I did do that as well. I think I did 2 or 3. No shiny Toxicity.
Oh, you did get a G-Max.
I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, nice. What about 2 million experience? Holy cow.
I did do that. I don't. It's honestly, it's been so long. I should probably have written down my total. I got more than that, but I'm at like 9 million out of the 30 million that I need for level 50.
Wow, was a G's 4 out of 5. That's pretty crazy. The 2 million experience is impressive. I know we've had a longer time since then, but you played, so I'm sure you got it in the time frame all the same, right? You think so?
Oh no, I got it. I got it when we set these goals. That was done before we would have recorded last week for sure.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Well, 4 out of 5 for you. Nice work, sir. For myself, also 10 shinies. I think I got like 11 or 12, but it was around 10. I definitely got 10. Hatchetoxel, I hatched like 5. They're cool. I love them. None of them were shiny. Let me tell you. 100 eggs. Yes. Smash that. I think I did like 120 or something like that.
Lord.
And Gmax Toxicity. No. I could not find a group. Nope, could not find a group to save my life.
I'll save one for you.
Please and thank you. I did many a Dynamax Toxicity, but because there were like just enough people around to do that, but nobody for Gmax, which is a little frustrating and sad. But it is what it is. So 3 out of 4.
3.
Oh my gosh!
One of them is a 98.
Yep. Wow.
Seems like a good a place as any to ask how the wild area went for each of us. Let's keep it pretty brief because we got so much stuff to talk about, but it was a really big event with some new stuff in it. So I'm going to start where I'm most curious. Fish, did you play the wild area event? And if you did, how did it go? And if not, what happened? What are you doing?
I fully intended to. Then I realized I had work. So
both days?
Both days. Yeah, running a poker series once again. And not even like one of those big poker series that I've talked about before with the millions of dollars of prize money. This was just like one at the local football club, but it did take all weekend. And yeah, I did not get to participate very much. I joined a couple of remote raids, so thank you to the people who sent me invites for that. But yeah, other than that, didn't get to do much.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. It was quite the event. But
sounds like
if you got some raids in, I'm sure you got something good, right?
Nah. Nah.
All right. Did you do a regular toxicity in raids at all?
Nope.
You could have solved that one, Fish.
Oh,
I know. I was busy.
That's fair.
There was a lot going on.
No. Work is a good reason. I feel like. Yeah. All right. Yeah. DeFi, what about you? How did Wild Area go for you?
I was very fortunate to be playing in Sacramento in California at an official tournament event. So there were plenty of people. I unfortunately didn't get to like grind the event. I did plenty of raids. It's just difficult to do that while you're actively casting a game. And we would finish at like 5:30, and then the event would end at 6. Like Wild Area event would end at 6.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get to play too much, but I got a couple things. I got some Gigantamax Toxicity. I've got some shiny Pokemon. I got a shiny of the Dialga origin form. It does not have the attack. So that stinks.
Gosh, that should not even be a thing. All of them should come with it. What is the deal? That stinks.
I don't know. And I got I think I got a background Palkia.
Nice.
So that's
very, very
cool.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But nothing like too crazy. But it was good. I like the Hisuian Voltorb shiny. Those are nice.
Cool. Yeah. That's a fun one.
One of those.
It's silver or gray, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like this gray brown color that just looks very different.
Yeah. I like it. It's nice. Yeah. Mr. Kyle, how did it go? Where'd you play? What was your experience like?
Well, it was okay. I thought it went okay. The event was it was very long for what the event contained, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I played about 6 hours on Saturday, and I got my fill. I intended to play on Sunday, and personal stuff happened, so that did not happen. Of my 10 shinies, 5 of them were community day. So and community days that I had played. So you love to see that. One of them was a Dialgo, which is cool. Sure.
All right.
With the move. And for those who aren't on Discord, but who are listening, you may have heard that I had 2 Spirit Tomb tasks left over from Halloween that I had not finished yet. And so I finished those on the Wild Area day. And the first one that I finished was shiny.
Fantastic.
So I got the shiny Spirit Tomb. It was like 15 minutes into the event, and I'm like, that's it. I can go home. It's done. We're over. Nothing can make that better.
That's the first time I've received a screenshot from somebody, and I went, "Yeah, buddy," in my car for somebody else. That's awesome.
But then to top it off, I was on my way home. I didn't hatch very many eggs. And if you didn't buy the ticket, you got very few 10K eggs, by the way, for those who did and didn't buy the ticket and were thinking about it. I got very few, maybe 10 total over the time that I was there. But I wasn't hatching, 9 sets of eggs at a time. I hadn't hatched a Toxel. Went home. Egg hatched as I parked the car. Shiny Toxel for the first Toxel that I got. So shiny Dex entry Toxel. Fantastic. Very happy. I was like, okay, well, that's probably the best luck I've had at an event in years at this point.
Yeah. Maybe aside from Chikorita Community Day.
It's almost the status quo at this point, though.
Yeah, I mean, definitely is, but not at the time. Not at the time.
Yeah.
No. This seems like a good spot to tell people that Kyle will be leaving the show early today at some point in time, and I'm not kicking him out because he got a shiny Toxel and I didn't. It's because he's got to go for other reasons. He's got work.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, he's got work really early. So just want to clarify that before people start doing the rumor mill thing. I don't want to hear about this later. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, well, great. I played at a local community college. It was kind of cold, but I did a little bit of walking. I hatched a bunch of eggs and stuff like that. I got several regular non-shiny Toxel, but I kept those because I assume people will want to trade them, swap them and stuff. That's great. I had the egg pass, so I got a lot of candy too, a lot of Stardust. It was a bountiful day in other ways, other than that particular shiny that I was looking for. I was happy to get a shiny Marini, a shiny Tentacool, a shiny Rockstar Pikachu, and a Stunfisk. In addition to several Community Day shinies, we love to see 3 Alolan Geodude. I was looking for those. Jeez.
Let's go.
And two Bulbasaur. Really breaking the bank. The Bulba Bank this event is great. But I will say, I played both days. I did. But I only played like 3 hours the first day. And then I played about 2 hours the second day. And this is unlike me in a lot of ways. And I think I agreed with Kyle after the first day. I'm like, yeah, this is a bit much. And it's a bit long. But what that did happen to do for me personally as a player that plays a lot is that it allowed me to just play a teeny bit and really confirm with myself that I've finished everything I wanted to accomplish, more or less. I mean, I'm not the shiny Toxel, but I could be out there all day doing that, like within a reason. Do I want to spend another 5 hours or 4 hours or even 2 more hours doing this thing? No, that's okay. I still consider this a successful event. I've done all the other things, right? And that is not something that's happened in Pokemon Go for me, really. I mean, this past year in particular, I've been kind of dipping out of events like an hour early if it's not so great, trying to work on that muscle for myself. But this is the first time for a big event. And I think it was engineered to be like that if you really wanted to be out there both days all that time, you really could. But what are you going to get out of it? Okay, maybe that rare shiny for sure, but we'll see it down the road. Or maybe you get to catch more mighty Pokemon, which were stellar. By the way, mighty Pokemon are
mighty
wonderful.
Pokemon were great. Too rare, but nice to see.
Yeah, if they were up to just like maybe 25% more, 50% more, I think that would be a really great hotspot for them. But they were wonderful, and I can't wait to see them in future events because there's no way we won't. But anyway, I'll wrap up my thoughts just to say it was nice to not feel so pressured, and I would like to believe, and I hope this is the case, that it was engineered to feel that way. So in that way, I thought it was great and had a nice time.
We saw that with the 6-hour community days back when they used to do that, right? That was the intention behind them. And I believe they did say that in like official channels as well, that like the intention here is like, you don't have to play all 6 hours. You can if you want, and good for you. Yeah. But like you can just go out and do it whenever it's convenient for you. And so it sounds like that's what the intention was for this event as well.
Yeah, and I think 6 hours is still kind of in the scope of like, I could do that. I could carve out my time and do that. But like 8 hours, 2 days in a row, yikes. That's a lot.
I think the standout, though, about you don't have to do it, with the difference with the community day, which I definitely agreed with. If you don't want to do 6 hours, just don't do it, but whatever, is we paid for this event. Yeah. If you bought a ticket, you feel inclined to do the whole thing. And there definitely was not enough to warrant 2 8-hour days with a paid ticket, in my opinion.
Yeah, very fair.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know if I 100% agree, but I can definitely see where you're coming from. I think there is a bit of responsibility on the player to sort of understand that that's what they're signing up for, and then cater their experience by going to a second place the second day, or just being okay with playing less, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd much rather have the opportunity to play more if I wanted to than not, I guess. But anyway, yeah, sounds like we all had a nice event. Here's the question. Just give me a yes or a no, a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Are you excited for the next wild area if they have one? Steph, what about you?
I mean, yeah, because I'm usually in like, if I'm around people, then yes. If I can be around people, then yes. Like an asterisk.
Okay. Qualifier. Yeah.
Qualifier.
Kyle.
Yes, but only because of Mighty Pokemon.
That's a good answer.
I think
Fish.
I think if the exact it's such a small thing. If the exact same event happened with no Mighty Pokemon, my answer would be no. I don't really look forward to it very much.
Yeah, they were definitely a much bigger impact than all of us thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fish, what about you? Given the chance, would you be interested in trying again?
Yeah, I would love to play a wild area at some point.
My man, absolutely. And I also would say yes, I would love to play another wild area. That would be great. So it sounds like we're all on board. Team GOCast, we love it. All right, let's take a look at our last season goals. We will save Lachlan for last. Fish, your goals were first. So let's take a look-see. Did you get one more best buddy Pokemon?
I sure did.
Care to share?
What it was. I think
how best of a buddy could it have been?
Clefable.
Oh,
because at the time it was the highest ranked XL Pokemon for Ultra League.
Meteor Mash?
No. At the time.
That I didn't have. Yeah. So that has changed. And we can get to that when we get to the PvP section.
All right. What about the Platinum Jogger medal? You were at 9,767.3.
I was shocked to find that I did not accomplish that. I thought that would be a walk in the park, so to speak.
It's all these poker tournaments, you know?
Yeah. Well, and I'm walking around during those too, so I thought I'd rack up the Ks there. So I fell 58 kilometers short.
Oh, well, that's pretty close. That's a lot. That's still a lot,
man.
I thought I'd be able to get there. This week? Oof. I don't know. It took me took me 3 months to do 200 Ks.
You just gotta go out and walk. Just walk.
Wait. Slow down, Kyle. All right, Poindexter.
Hey. I was told there'd be no math. What about earning championship points at Perth Regional Championship? Did you manage to build a time machine, go forward and do it before we recorded? Because that's a big goal.
Originally, funnily enough, I actually said earn points at either of the regionals that are happening this season. And then it was our good friend Lachlan who reminded us that that won't be happening this season. And then we didn't realize until later that Perth wouldn't even be happening in this block of 3 months. So,
oh my gosh.
I'll leave it to you guys. Should I just mark that as a fail and put that as a goal for next season? Or can we hold off on the goal until after this weekend?
I think you can kick that can down the road.
Get a pass.
That's fair. It's a genuine mistake.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I've got 3 goals to try and accomplish for this season. Build 2 XL Pokemon was a fail as well. So I got 1 out of 3.
That was the last one. All right. 1 out of 3.
1 out of 3. I will be building an XL Pokemon today because there is one that I am looking to build for the Perth Regional this weekend that requires XL candy. And so, again, I'll talk about that when we get there. So I'll half get that one. But
all right.
Half is still not a pass in terms of the quarterly goals.
Yes. All right. Well, hey, you know what? I'm feeling happy for your Clefable though. That's good. 1 out of 3 out of 4 goals. Okay. All right. DeFi, legend rank in Go Battle League.
Nope. I got hard stuck around the 2700s.
That's a no. Bummer. Okay, let's move on to possibly greener pastures. Finishing the Go Battle League timed research.
I did in like record time. Like I did actually like make an effort to do it. It wasn't like the last week of the season.
Wow.
I did it.
I could never. I don't think I've ever gotten past the first page. Ever.
It takes, if you're like not really into PvP, it's a grind.
It's a lot.
Do that. It's a lot.
Yep. Build another Master League Pokemon. Can be Premier or regular.
I built 2 normal Master League Pokemon. I maxed out my Yveltal, which is nicknamed Quetzal, and then my Duskmane Necrozma, both of which are 98s, and I maxed them both out. And I played going into the Master League Veteran Badge. I finished that one. This is 2 goals. I finished that, and I did finish. I finished that. Not too difficult, so that was good. Between Premier and like even just some regular Master League, with those 2 Master League Pokemon I built and my Florges, so that went well. And then Showcase Star, I did that. I actually finished it while we were at the meetup. Lachlan was very determined to help me look for showcases that I could potentially win. And that was very exciting to get my little scientist Pikachu. And I did do a lucky trade with Lachlan at the meetup. I have a Dragapult now from Lachlan. I also I was so lucky in addition to that lucky trade with Tone. Who I just a low friendship trade that I did with Tone, I got a lucky Stonejourner.
Yeah.
And since I do a lucky dex, that is a big deal. So my dex entry Stonejourner was lucky. And I also got like some lucky Arctibex and Baxcalibur too that weekend. So it was just a good weekend.
Yeah, no, shout out to Tone for bringing several of us many of the gaps we had in our Pokedex. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so that is that just yeses across? Oh no, not the first one. Other than
not
the first one. Yeses across the board. So 5 out of 6.
Not bad.
Holy cow! Alrighty. For myself, 20,000 eggs hatched. I'm 1,000 short.
Ooh!
Wow!
I wish that I had put as many as I had before, because then I would want to know how many I hatched, but. I'll be honest, it's been a lot of weeks. It's been a lot of weeks of like 27, 28, 32.
It's going to be a lot of work. You could go back and listen to the very end of the last episode.
I already have to listen to these things like 3 times through the editing process. I'm good.
Maybe someone else remembers.
Maybe somebody else will. Yeah. Master Dynamax events or whatever is what I had written.
I don't know what that actually means.
I think just like being able to successfully do Dynamax.
Yes.
You figured it out.
You did the starters. You did 1 Gengar, 3 Gengars.
So I wouldn't, 3 Gengars. What I would say for this, what qualifies as a yes, right? And maybe I'm doing some self-service here, maybe a little bit, but at the same time, like I feel like this qualifies if I can do them successfully, and more importantly, if I'm able to teach others how to do it successfully, that counts as mastery.
I think it counts, even though you didn't get your G max toxicity. I think it counts.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's what I was trying to sidestep here. Thank you, Kyle. Okay, so that one's a win, and I needed that one to be a win because the next one, which was 10,500 kilometers walked on my jogger, I'm 200 short. I'm at 10,300. That's where those eggs didn't get hatched, right there. And then attend to the GOCast meetup. Yeah, I was there. So that's great. I'll take a 2 out of 4.
Okay. Just wait for mine.
Oh boy! All right, Kyle. You want to hear? Why don't you lead yourself through your own goals so that you can really set the tone?
Okay. First one, level 49. I did that.
Woo!
So sweet.
Yay!
Yes.
Second one, veteran and GBL. That did not happen.
Boy.
That was
How far did we get, Kyle?
Goal. Don't ask. I did it for like the first 4 days after the episode was recorded. And then I was like, I'm not having fun. What am I doing?
He got to rank 2, got that first dopamine hit. He's like, I'm out. That's what I was here for.
Hang on. No, I got to rank 9.
Okay.
Rank 9.
Let's go.
Okay, so that's better than like rank 2.
Yeah. I did like here. Hang on. It'll show me.
Wait, what's
it'll
the
show me what I did
rank,
last season? No, okay.
What's the rank where you stop earning? You stop advancing for losses as well.
15.
15. Okay. Almost there, Kyle.
Over halfway.
Like 2 buddies. I did not do that. I realized at the meetup that if I was very careful about it, I could do it between the time of the meetup and the episode. But especially in the last 2 weeks, life got in the way, and that was not going to happen.
But also, who wants to do that?
Huh?
Also, who wants to do that? Who wants to be careful about it?
Who wants to get 11 best buddy hearts every day for 30 days in a row?
Nobody.
Platinum Backpacker. I did that. I got that. I was at 47,000 when we last recorded. So I don't know what I'm at right now. We'll go see what I'm at.
Was that like the first 30 minutes at Mall of America?
Yeah. I got it early at Mall of America because I'd already been working on it beforehand. That is the wrong one. Oh my goodness. What are even these things? I'm at 50,600. Goes to show how many stops I've spun since Mall of America at this point.
Whoa.
Last one. All new available Galar Pokemon. I wrote LOL. And then Lachlan added -Stonejourner ? And so here's what I have to say right now. I did not do this. And it is not because of Stonejourner, because I got a Stonejourner by surprise from Tone coming to the meetup, which was fantastic. Very happy. The 2 that I do not currently have are both buddy evolutions. I don't have a Surfetched, and I don't have a Runerigus.
That's a ghost.
Yeah, but it has to do raids. I literally don't do raids anymore. Don't like it. There's nothing in raids that I want to do and put the effort in. So that's still there. I mean, I need to do like 3 more raids and then I'll evolve it and then I'll max it out. But the Surfetched, I was like, oh, I didn't do this one. Let's see what the buddy. Where's a buddy that I can have? I only have a shiny Galarian Farfetch'd in my inventory. I don't have a regular one.
Oh, darn. Oh, shoot.
Well, that means I have to evolve a shiny. That hurts.
Does it? Why? It doesn't lose its shininess to get a shiny.
It still looks cool as a shiny.
Yeah, but then I don't have the first stage.
Are you going to trade
it? It's got potential value.
Okay, all right.
I don't
it's not the stock market.
Right
He's got to leave the product sealed, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so so is your argument is your question, does the Stonejourner that you were never supposed to get outweigh the 2 that you could have gotten had you done them?
No. I didn't do this. I just thought it was very funny and a way to present the fact that I didn't do it, not because of the fact that one of them was a regional.
Ironically,
which
you did.
Would have been the thing that stopped me.
2, 3. All right, so we're looking at 2 out of 5?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I told you, just wait for mine.
Understood. I appreciate it. I got 2 out of 4, man. We're really not that far off, brother. It's okay. All right. Now it's time to play Lachlan's first voicemail here.
Hey, guys. Sorry I'm not with you during the Megapod recording. I have some significant work commitments this week and couldn't quite make it work. So, goals from the most recent season. Spoiler alert, I did all of them, but if you cannot remember 3 months ago what those goals were, I'm going to quickly run through them now. Get Lucario to Mega Level 3. Level 50 Pokemon, have 200 of them on my storage. I now have 208. And of the new ones I added, include a second Kyogre to level 50 after the Kyogre raid day. and include one of each of the Galar starters of Inteleon, Cinderace, and Rillaboom. Maintain the Lucky Dex for all new Pokemon available in Australia. At the end of the season, I was up to date. As of the start of this new season, I'm not quite up to date as I haven't yet got my lucky little teacup, but I'm sure I will by the end of the season. I was actually quite fortunate. We had a couple British travellers come to Brisbane, and I was able to get myself a lucky Stonjourner.
Nice.
Shiny Zacian and Zamazenta, and get the XL for Zacian and Zamazenta. I'm over 600 Zacian XL and over 450 Zamazenta XL. I had to trade for my Shiny Zamazenta, but I did get that. Got my Shiny Zacians, ended up trading a Shiny Zacian for the Zamazenta, but also got Shiny Regieleki and Regidrago, so I was quite happy to get them in the last week as well. Get my Ultra League Veteran Medal to Platinum, done. Very happy to have that Platinum Medal ticked off. Get my Best Buddy Medal to 125, I got to 126, so a little overachieving there, added 10 over the season. Get my Tiny Rat Medal to 750, so that was an increase of about 708, not 708, 78. I was able to add about 100 to that medal over the season. Quite thankful that Rattata was quite frequently spawning, and a lot of trades from friends. Complete the 3 Pokecoin bounty timed researches, tick, tick, tick. Also very happy that we had that all season. It was very good fun doing those every day. Complete the Galar Calling special research. Well, Niantic had us wait until the very last weekend of the season, but I got that one done. The Jumbo Medal to 2,000. I was at 1,831 at the start of the season. I'm at about 2,200 now. More than achieved that goal. And lastly, I wanted to do my lucky trade with the lovely DeFi at our meetup earlier in the season. So, thank you. That was my goals. I'll be back later in the show for my goals for next season, and maybe another surprise bit.
But it's 14 out of 14 for Lachlan. Holy cow.
Well,
Yeah.
if you have to be present to win, then I have won.
Here, let me say this. You don't get anything for winning. Does that change if you care or not?
I get the pride.
Adulation.
All right, that's prize enough, honestly. Yeah, that. Sorry, Lachlan. Better luck next season.
No, Lachlan's phenomenal. Those are all crazy.
Yeah. So I'm eager. We have it. We have his new goals as well for the season. It's queued up. I haven't listened to it yet. It is also, he put it in our notes already. I haven't read them yet. I just know they're there. I'm eager to hear what he's doing. All right. So it's already 30 minutes and we haven't even touched the news, and holy cow, is there a metric ton of it. So let's just hop into the news. Yo, what up? It's the news. Alrighty. So we do a thing here in the seasonal update episodes where we talk about the seasonal update, but what that means is that we have other things besides just that. But we're going to set the scene with talking about the overall seasonal update, like bonuses, breakthroughs, all that delicious stuff. And then we'll talk about specific events, at least the ones we have details for, which is like half the month already at this point. The only thing we don't have, I believe, is the holiday events, part 1 and part 2, but we have pretty much everything else for the season, or for this month at the very least. So let's talk about this new season, which is called a Duel Destiny, DUAL, implying two, a pair, if you will. What to look forward to this season? Pokemon Go Tour Unova. This was announced rather recently, like I think a week or two, about a week ago. Pokemon Go Tour Unova lands in 2025. Experience 2 exclusive Pokemon Go in-person events, not just one. They had won all these other previous tours, at least the in-person ones, right? Then join millions of trainers around the world for the global celebration. Team up with trainers near and far to discover new stories inspired by Pokemon Black version, Pokemon White version, and their sequels, Pokemon Black version 2 and Pokemon White version 2, originally released on the Nintendo DS. This is not an advertisement. I doubt you can still get those. Trainers first encountered the legendary Pokemon Reshiram and Zekrom in these games. Fun fact, I suppose, in the blog for you. Trainers could explore exclusive Pokemon Go in-person events in Los Angeles. This will be at the same location it was last year at the Rose Bowl Stadium. I think none of you guys were able to attend, right? It was just me?
I think it was just you.
Yeah,
I think it was just me of our group. It was great. I really enjoyed it. It was a spectacular place to be. The facilities of the Rose Bowl Stadium itself made things really, really nice, having the food stands and the bathrooms open, and they opened up the stadium seating for people to take a load off too. Which those three things in particular, I just said, alleviate most, if not all, of the concerns people have from Go Fests. And so therefore it was wonderful. And they opened up the golf course that's connected to it for us to walk around in. Beautiful. Would highly recommend it. It's a fun time. The second location is in New Taipei City. I saw some of the screenshots from the location that they're holding it at, and it looks really beautiful. So it's very cool to see that this is going to be available somewhere else outside of the States. I hope those of you traveling travel safe and have a wonderful time. Very, very excited to hear how it goes. So that's going to be happening early this year. It's happening in February. Purchase tickets now to take advantage of a special early bird discount. This offer ends on Tuesday, December 31st, 2024. Now, while it is only Wednesday, December 4th, there are some early bird tickets that are already sold out. I believe Saturday for Los Angeles is already sold out early bird, but these are early bird tickets, which does kind of imply that they will release other tickets later. I think they did that last year. I can't remember quite clearly. So if you're still intending to go, and this is the first you're hearing of it, please just stand by and look for another chance to grab another ticket. It is definitely an event worth going to. I love them. They're wonderful. If they're in Vegas in a park again, I might hesitate. But Rose Bowl Stadium was thumbs up. Trainers can experience exclusive in person. Yep, at those two locations. That's wonderful. Then on March 1st and 2nd, 2025, trainers around the world can gear up for a worldwide adventure during Pokemon Go Tour Unova Global. No ticket is required to participate in this global event, so you and your friends can take part in exciting gameplay inspired by the Unova region at no cost. Now, that being said, I don't see a chance in heck that they don't also offer a ticketed experience. So yeah, don't let that like color your image of this or your view of this, because it could be a much bigger thing than just a free event if for some reason it makes you feel negative about it. Also, this Dual Destiny special research, since this season has already started as of yesterday of us recording on the 4th, you probably have already seen this. This special research is available to claim from Tuesday, December 3rd to Tuesday, March 4th. New parts of the special research will unlock over the course of the season, so make sure to keep an eye on your research tab. They like to do them like 2 or 3 steps at a time. So you might hit a wall soon, but that just means you don't have to worry about it for a week or something like that. Some seasonal highlights. There's going to be community days. We've actually already said these before, but just to refresh your memory, December Community Day is December 21st and 22nd. It is 2 days. We don't have the details quite yet as of today, recording the 4th of December. So we'll probably have to talk about that next episode or the one after, depending on when we get those deets. There is a January Community Day on January 5th. There's a Community Day Classic on January 25th, and there's a February Community Day on February 9th. There's also going to be the reintroduction of the Eggs-pedition Access Pass. Every month during Dual Destiny, trainers will be able to not just experience, but purchase a new ticketed experience that includes bonuses and timed research. It's going to be 5 buckarooskies. It's going to include a timed research that will give you 15,000 experience and 15,000 Stardust. Great. And there's going to be bonuses, which is kind of where the actual meat and potatoes of this are. 1 single-use incubator awarded for your first stop or gym spin of the day. 3 times experience awarded for your first catch and your first spin of a photo desk during the day. Open up to 50 gifts per day, receive up to 150 gifts per day, and hold up to 50 gifts in your item bag. So lots of good stuff for all sorts of people there. Let's talk about seasonal rotations, because we got to keep moving here. The research breakthrough for this entire season is going to be Alolan Raichu, Pancham, Furfrou, Hisuian Avalugg, Jangmo-o, and Frigibax. This is quite a different pool. I see Furfrou persists, but that's okay. Furfrou can stay. Hisuian Avalugg is a neat addition. I really like that. It's cool. Good shiny too.
It's great and well needed. Like, yeah,
definitely.
Like, I want access to this Pokemon. So,
by RNG gated limited access.
It's fine.
Yeah. It's better than no access.
I can't
better
wait to
than nothing.
I can't wait to get 3 Panchams and a Furfrou.
You're only doing 4 for this entire 3-month season?
Probably.
You can pump up those numbers. That's at least 12 Panchams. You know? All right. Let's talk about wild encounters. In cities, you're going to be seeing Magneton, Porygon, Snubbull, Gulpin, Audino, Clink, Litwick, and more. I don't even know what the highlight there is. Maybe Audino for the dust?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably.
Cool. All right. In the forests, you'll see Butterfree, Scyther, Sunkern, Nuzleaf, Staravia, Phantump, and Fomantis. This is the best pool by far. Look at all those great Pokemon on that pool. That's awesome. Butterfree and Scyther, sign me up. See you guys in 3 months.
Phantump, though.
Yeah,
Phantom's good.
Yeah. And everybody's favorite not bug, Fomantis. We love that.
Not bug.
Not bug. Mountains will feature Clefairy, Rhydon, Shuckle, Pupitar, Meditite, Galarian, Stunfisk, Mienfoo, and more. The beaches and water biomes, which it's your guess what those are, I guess, right? I think it's beaches and water. Poliwrath, Galarian, Slowpoke, Paldean, Wooper, Lotad, Pelipper. I wrote Pelipper, but it's Pelipper.
Palapper.
Just give it like body slam and takedown and just let it go to town. And Finian and more. The Northern Hemisphere will be seeing a change to Absol, Turtwig, Chimchar, Piplup, Shinx, Gabite, Deerling, Winter, and more.
No.
And the Southern Hemisphere will see Lapras, Gligar, Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Deerling, Summer, and the Goomster, Goomy.
Oh, give me back the Mudkip.
I know.
Oh, the Swampert candy?
Well, just in general, I like Mudkip a lot more than any of these 3.
You had your chance.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of Sinnoh recently, so I think a lot of us are kind of burnt out on Sinnoh.
What's wrong with Piplup, Kyle?
They're just all 3 of them are bottom tier starters.
I don't see Chikorita on this list.
I didn't say the worst. I just said bottom tier.
That's right. Okay, thank you for clarifying. Yeah, these pools are fine. They're all kind of mid for, which is fine for backup. Seasonal spawns. It's kind of nice. That forest though is really popping off. No kidding. It
looks good. Like very thematic.
Yeah, that one I think is like the mountains one is pretty tight too. But after that, I kind of lose it. Cities, I don't know what's going on here. This is a weird one. I guess Porygon makes sense. Miss me with that Snubbull, man. Oh,
Magneton makes sense, like power plant vibes.
Yeah.
Clink for like factory
Just any sort of
vibes.
steel, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the city one is that terrible. It's got Clink, Litwick in it, and Audino for Stardust. So
gosh, this is maybe a bad question for this group, but do we care about Clink still?
I personally do not, but it's like the shiny's kind of fun.
Yeah,
like that's not a shiny that I would see and be like, not another one. Like the shiny's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that it's not like I'm chasing Clink, but it's better to see Clink in the wild than another Magnemite.
So true.
I need a third Clink for the shiny family.
Okay.
I only have 2, so I'm not mad about it.
This is for you. As soon as you finish that up, they can stop putting this in the pool.
Yes.
All right.
Because I have a hundo and 2 shinies. That's what I have in my inventory.
Nice. That's a good collection already. Yeah, one more shiny, you'll be set. You can just stop clicking on them. Okay. Next up is eggs, and we've got a voicemail from Lachlan outlining them for us, including the extended list. None of this and more stuff.
Now, I know I can't be here for this show, but I really, really do dislike and more with eggs. So, let's go over this season's egg pools. Firstly, the standard 2-kilometer eggs. In our 1 egg hatch tier, we have Swablu, Bonsly, Litleo, Wimpod. In 2 egg rarity, we have Psyduck, Cleffa, and Wynot. And in the 5 egg rarity, we have Larvesta. In the 5-kilometer egg, we have, in the 1 egg rarity, Clamperl, Blitzel, Inkay, my namesake Kamala. In the 2 egg rarity, we have Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, and in the 5 egg rarity, we do still have Larvesta. In the 7-kilometer eggs from Friends, we have Your Region's Basculin, Alolan Meowth, Alolan Grimer, Hisuian Voltorb, Hisuian Quillfish, and in the 2 egg rarity, we have Galarian Meowth, Galarian Darumaka, and Galarian Corsola. In the 5-kilometer Adventure Sync egg, which is the one you get on a Monday, those eggs are going to come with Munchlax, Tyrunt, Riolu, Skarmory, Mantike, and Amara, all in the 1 egg rarity. And while we're talking about Adventure Sync, the Adventure Sync 10-kilometer egg, all in the 1 egg rarity, includes Turtonator, Charcadet, Jangmo, Goomy, Dratini, Esper, and Frigivax. Now, in the 7-kilometer eggs that you can get from Mateo at the end of a route, all in the 1 egg rarity, we have Galarian Corsola, Hisuian Growlithe, Hisuian Sneasel, Galarian Farfetch'd, Pancham, White Striped Basculin, and either Blue or Red Striped Basculin, depending on where in the world you are. The regular 10-kilometer eggs include Druddigon, Carbink, Goomy, and Jangmo in the 1 egg tier. In the 3 egg tier, we have Charcadet and Frigivax. In the 4 egg tier, we have Dreepy. And the 5 egg tier, we have Larvesta. The 12k eggs remain unchanged since the last change, which is still currently 1 egg rarity Sandile, 1 egg rarity Pawniard, Vullaby, Dino, Pancham, Salandit. 2 egg rarity we have Larvitar, and 3 egg rarity Varoom. Get hatching. Have a good rest of the show, everyone. I'll be back for goals.
It's like he's here.
If you're worried about the run times of these episodes running too long, this is the solution. Because like he just had the information and there was no like back and forth. We just had to sit there and take it.
Gotta phone in all of our sections and cut it all together.
I mean, I'll tell you what, we burned through that first bit pretty quick, but yeah, that was both his goals and that egg list were very efficient.
Yeah,
we love Lachlan. Attention to detail, efficient, very good. It was good to see him at the meetup.
It was nice to see him. It was nice to give him a hug or 16 at the meetup. But he sent me those files, and the first thing I checked was the runtime of each of the files, and they were like around 2 minutes maximum each. And I sent him a message. I'm like, I was so worried I was gonna have to ask you to re-record these. And he's like, "Nah, dude, I got you. I did these yesterday, and I had it in mind." Like he was ready. He was ready to go. Anyway, hey, I'm glad to see Larvesta still in these eggs. That's great. That's wonderful. And I wasn't paying. I don't think I was paying it as close of attention as I should have in the 7-kilometer egg pool. Did he mention Galarian Corsola?
Yes, it is in the 2 egg rarity, so it is part of this season's 7-kilometer eggs, which is awesome because I haven't hatched one yet.
Ooh,
I think I could be wrong.
Fish has been playing the game.
What?
Yeah, sorry. Hold on a second.
That's a later thing. No, Kyle, you talk.
Kyle, fish. Not only is he playing, he's hatching eggs.
Yeah. Look, it's
hasn't been walking. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay, we'll get there.
So we'll get
there.
Kyle, I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I think he said in Mateo 7Ks, it is the 1 egg rarity for Corsola instead of 2. So like that's cool.
That is cool.
That's something you're really trying to focus on. So,
yeah, I think part of the negative attitude people had about the event, this past event, I guess, that had this Pokemon in it. Oh, it was the Max Out finale was the event, right? Was that it sort of felt like people were compelled to do 7-kilometer eggs, and then we didn't know if it was going to end up in the pool afterward. And so it's really nice to see it there. So you can take your time. These next 3 months, unless there's an event going on that steals the 7-kilometer egg pool, but even then, go do your Mateo egg, I guess. It's there. It's there for you. Always watching. Okay. Lastly, for this season, now that the eggs are through, seasonal bonuses. 1 additional free raid pass per day by spinning gym photo discs. Keep that in mind when you buy things that say they have additional raid passes in them, because they might not clarify whether it's a total or not. Extra Stardust earned from Team Go Rocket battles, and extra Stardust from gifts. Boy, those are the 2 categories I don't participate in.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Cool. That's it for the seasonal overview. I'm not going to ask specifics about each thing because then we'll be here all day. But does anybody have any comments or takeaways from this overall here? I think one thing I'll knock off really quick is that the Eggs-pedition pass coming back is cool for the incubator. It is uncool for the gift increase that used to be a seasonal bonus. But I think we have enough space between us and when that was a reality to sort of just accept the hit at this point, you know?
Sort of, yeah. I will say, taking the lead on just responding here, that the Eggs-pedition access is 1,000 times better than whatever we called it last season. I don't remember what it was that gave the coins. What was the naming convention of that?
The coin bounty?
That's what they called it? I didn't even pay attention.
Coin bounty? Yeah.
That is infinitely better.
Oh.
Even if you don't like to hatch eggs, you get incubators to save for the future when you want to hatch eggs during something. And that makes it so much better.
Point taken.
So that's I'm not buying it, but that is the standout of the new season that you've just read for me, at least.
Okay.
I love that one of the and mores was Mantike. I was trying to pay attention to which Pokemon was the and more. And for one egg pool, it was just Mantike.
Just one Pokemon left out, and it was Mantike. They're mad lads over there, man. What are we doing? That's hilarious.
There were many similar ones, but that was the one that stood out to me.
Yeah, but they tuck our little guy in the and more. No way. What about you, Fish? Any takeaways from the seasonal overview?
No, I've got no further comments. Happy to move on. if everyone else is ready.
That sounds good. Okay, we have our next first event details here. This actually it's already happening. This event is live here. And because of the subject matter, I can think of nobody more appropriate to cover it than Mr. Kyle.
All right. It is live now. We have the Just My Cup of Tea event. When? Tuesday, December 3rd, 10 a.m. to Saturday, December 7th at 8 p.m. local time. Debuting Pokemon, Sinnestea, the black tea Pokemon, and its evolution, Poltegeist, make their debut in Pokemon GO. Event bonuses include 2 times friendship bonus damage in raids, and 50% more Stardust from completing raids. Okay, especially when you see the rest of these details. Incense encounters. Oddish, Miltank, Combi, Gothita, Litwick, Spritzy. Wild encounters. Slowpoke, Talo, Slackoff, Duskull, Starly, and Grievard. And then the standout part. Raids. 1-star raids. Male and female Frillish. Sinnestea. 3-star raids. Galarian Mr. Mime, Hisuian Braviary, Bombirdier. And 5-star raids. Genesect Chill Drive with its shiny debut. So
that's the last one. We've made it to the mountaintop.
The last one. We finally made it somehow. Mega raids. We have Mega Banette. Timed research. Complete tasks to earn experience Stardust and encounters with event-themed Pokemon, which I believe that one also includes a Sinnestea, right? It doesn't call it out here, but there are 2 that I've seen online. So
I don't know. I didn't check tasks, to be super honest with you, prior, but that's good news if that's true, because it's always a bummer when it's not and it's just in raids.
Well, no, the timed research requires you to catch.
Oh yeah, the timed collection challenge. You have to catch a Sinnestea, and the reward is Sinnestea.
Yeah, the collection challenge. Okay. But we're talking about we're talking about the timed research though. Does that also includes the an encounter?
I have the game open, so let's.
I have the game open as well.
It's do raids. It's do raids. Okay, that. Okay, we're gonna. Speaking of collection challenges, complete collection challenges to earn an encounter with Sinnestea. The collection challenge, as we just said, requires you to collect and evolve a Sinnestea. There are. Okay. There are 2 collection challenges. That's why I was confused. One is just for Sinnestea, and one is Sinnestea and evolve a Sinnestea. So both of those reward a Sinnestea encounter.
No, okay. So the Just My Cup of Tea collection challenge, the swirl and sip one, that one just rewards berries.
That's terrible.
That's awful. And then
terrible.
The evolve one, then you get a Sinnestea.
So if you did the reading like I did, no.
Who does the reading here?
If I did get a Sinnestea raid today, and so I did it and I caught it, and then when I caught the Sinnestea, the professor popped up and he was like, "Yo, that's a Sinnestea, dude. Wow, man. You should try to evolve that, man. Maybe catch another one." This is how he sounds in my head. It's so he encourages you to go out and catch more. So if the berry is like Pinap or something like that, or a silver pineapple, then that would make sense, because he was like, go catch another one, and then you'll get enough candy.
Berry, so
10 of each berry,
but not silver. So
I think I
just 10 raz, 10 pineapple, 10 nanab.
Oh, that's even
and
worse.
Then showcases. Be on the lookout for showcases, different Pokestops. We might enter event-themed Pokemon. All right, that's it.
Also, the field research tasks do not involve Sinnestea.
Bummer.
From what I'm seeing. Catch 25 Pokemon gets you a Pidgeot or a Noctowl. Win a raid gets you some Stardust. And use an incense gets you a Spritzy.
What?
You know, Pidgeot and Noctowl are non-equivalent.
Yeah,
Pidgeot
Noctowl is much better in
on
much
catch,
better
it
in
looks
Go.
like.
Pidgeot can be shiny on catch because I've caught it shiny on catch before. It's like the only evolved Pokemon I've ever caught. I swear to God.
But yeah, so I think the standout here is it's another raid release shiny, which love it or hate it.
Or
obviously
it's not shiny though. It's just the debut.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shiny, I meant debut. I misspoke. So yeah, it's very strange. I don't like that you have a collection challenge that rewards the Pokemon for evolving the Pokemon that just came out. So you either have to use rare candy or you have to do, 6 raids, whatever. I'm assuming it's a 50 candy evolution. I have not looked it up.
It is.
But so yeah, like 6 raids if you pinap them all. It's a little rough.
Yeah. And for the event time research, you only get 2 Sinnestea. You get 1 for step 1 and 1 for step 2.
Okay, so you
have to do 8 raids.
Yeah, you have to do 8 raids. Yeah, okay.
That's okay. I mean, if you're going out to use your free, it's a 1-star raid. You can solo it. More than
yeah.
feasibly.
It's not the worst. It's better than a rare egg pool for sure. One thing this doesn't talk about, and I don't know if the Pokemon Company likes to talk about it. There are 2 forms of Sinnestea for those who might not know. There is a phony Sinnestea and there is an authentic Sinnestea. And the only way to know is looking at the underside of the Sinnestea to see if it has the phony or authentic mark. And that's not easy to do in Go because you can't just like rotate and look underneath the Pokemon like you can in the main series game.
I wonder if you AR buddy it.
That's not a terrible idea. So, but that's something worth keeping in mind. And it does look like the game tracks them separately. I've seen some funny things online with the shadows not registering, even though you've already caught the Pokemon. So, but that may be hearsay. Take that with a grain of salt.
I just pulled mine out and it's so small. You can't even get it to do an animation and look.
Oh, are we playing? I didn't know we were playing Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, it is kind of like that. All right, buddy. Show me the money. This is hard.
All right,
I have to get on the ground, so no, this is difficult.
Okay, so we have back-to-back here with events. We got a egg exclusive release followed by a raid exclusive release. Which one feels better?
The raid.
The raid.
Yeah. even though you got plenty of Corsola.
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoy hatching eggs, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that's a better release mechanism. No.
Just because you benefit from the system doesn't necessarily make it a good system.
Exactly
it
right.
just makes you wonder why they decide which Pokemon they do which with.
I would be very keen to find that out.
Yeah, we could sit here and kind of shoot some ideas around about how it's like if the Pokemon has value or not, if it's a fan favorite, if it has more draw, yada yada. But I'm sure the reasoning is different every time.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it though for the Just My Cup of Tea event.
Sounds like that's it. Alrighty, Kyle, thank you very much. This next event sounds like a good topic for DeFi to cover.
Ooh, Aspiring Dragons Research Day. All right, let's do it. So that is going to be taking place this upcoming Saturday, December 7th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. This is going to feature some Pokemon that are aspiring dragons. Horsey, Trapinch, Swablu, and Skrelp. So Pokemon that are not dragons, but they will be someday.
When they grow up.
You can also... there are also some wild encounters: Spearow, Yanma, Carvana, Dwebble, Ducklet, and Binacle. There is a paid time research for $2 US, or the equivalent pricing tier in your local currency. You'll be able to access event-exclusive timed research. This timed research will challenge you to complete field research tasks to encounter more of your choice of the featured Pokemon. After completing your first timed research, you can select another of the featured Pokemon for a second timed research opportunity. And again, the 4 featured Pokemon in this event are Horsey, Trapinch, Swablu, and Skrelp. What do you think? I'm not super excited about it. I think it's a cute theme. I like the theme of the event a lot. I'm not I'm not really chasing any of these shinies. I don't really need any of them for PvP, and I wouldn't be able to get those the IV spreads I would want anyway.
I'm definitely with you. I think what I was thinking about saying is exactly the same thing. This is fine, and it's a really cute idea. The theme is really good. It is wonderful. Great. Yeah, and whoever came up with this, bonus points. But, does this, like you said, does this really have a draw for somebody that's been playing forever? Probably not. Maybe Skrelp Shiny if it's been avoiding you, or Swablu if you're still trying to build a PvP Altaria, right? But beyond that, I think this one's just for fun. It's just flavor, right?
Yeah, my only comment for this, aside from I do like kind of the theming to it, is 4 Pokemon for a research day is too many.
That's also true.
And I think I didn't play the Flying Day community one or research day that we had, but I felt the same thing about that one too. It will feel really bad if, like Chris said, you want Skrelp and you do 100 tasks and you find like 6 Skrelp. So I don't know. I feel like 2 is really the sweet spot for research day.
Yeah. Definitely agree. So I have a question for Fish then. If this is the sort of event that doesn't really have a lot of PvP relevance, or at least probably, you're past what the offerings are here. I'm assuming you have an Altaria or 6 ready to go,
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
So then does any of this appeal to you? Or are you just like, if I have free time, maybe I'll play it. But like, even then, does this appeal to somebody like you at all?
Not for me. I feel like I am a special case though, because I guarantee the majority of listeners, like even if they are predominantly playing for PvP, they still enjoy the shiny hunt to some level. So like if there's anything here that they don't have, then that is a chase for them. There is also, if you are a more advanced battler, like I do have an Altaria, but maybe there's a specific stat spread that you might want to win very particular matchups. So like if you've got everything like down pat when it comes to your PvP and you want to chase that, then that's kind of something you can target as well.
All right, good dispatch of this event, I think, honestly. Yeah. That is pretty much just to say, like, if it ain't for you, like, it ain't for you. And
yeah, you could go after an Ultra League Dragalge. It is a 1/15/15, so you would have to trade for it, but it is a level 50 Pokemon. So you could get Skrelp XL candy.
Okay, there you go. There's
it's
some value.
Actually like very like usable in Ultra League.
And Altaria does remain weirdly persistent in Ultra League as well as a level 50 XL.
Some
Is
people.
Is it moveset?
I don't know. It's
It's not
familiarity?
that good.
but I've seen it.
Like it's barely hangs on the end of.
Right now it's ranked 266, so that's very low in the Ultra League standings. But like it does still show up every now and then.
Do you think it's just because it's kind of accessible? Like obviously it's a 400 candy, but we've had community days for it.
And events, so maybe just people have it. And
it's
like you can use it as a mega, so maybe you want to max one out anyway.
Yeah, true.
All good points. Although I feel like the people that I've seen running a level 50 Altaria and Ultra League are the same ones that also have level 50 of everything else in Ultra League as well. They're just there's a type, guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Level 50 Durant in Ultra League.
And like DeFi always says, and correct me if I've gotten this quote wrong, but every Pokemon is just one edition of Boom Burst away from being top tier.
That's exactly what she says.
Yes, I've said that. I'm sure I've said those words.
She's had them tattooed on her
some of
forehead.
those words.
I'm sure I've said those words. I just don't think I've ever put them in that order.
Right. Well, okay. Maybe I'll have to edit it together someday, just so I have incriminating evidence that you're also pro Boom Burst, you know?
You all have like different outfits.
Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway,
one of them is me, like he'll inject me saying one of the words.
Boom Burst. All right, that wraps up the Aspiring Dragons Research Day, and we're going to take a minute here to say goodbye to Mr. Kyle, who's bidding us adieu, correct?
Yeah, I got to go to bed, so I wish I could stay.
Work.
Thank you. I got to be up in 6 hours.
Sweet dreams.
And like it's like 7.5. I'm exaggerating, but I have to go take care of my dog and stuff, so I don't get to go to bed right away.
Sure.
But
all right, sleep well, Podcast Prince. Catch you later.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye. And welcome back after a short little break there. Kyle is hopefully snoozing away, getting his well-deserved rest before work tomorrow. The three of us are going to keep going, though, here, because we still have a number of events to cover and one GBL update. So let's pick up where we left off, which was this next event here that Fish is going to talk to us all about.
And that would be Gigantamax Lapras Max Battle Day, happening Sunday, December 8, 2024 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. The following Pokemon will make its Pokemon GO Gigantamax debut in 6-star max battles. Can you guess what it is?
Are they bringing back Blastoise, maybe? Keep it thematic?
Close. Like more icy.
Oh, yeah, I got nothing.
It's Lapras.
Oh!
No.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Introducing the Max Mushrooms. The Max Mushroom is a new item that temporarily amplifies the fast attacks, charged attacks, and max move attacks of your Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon in max battles. While active in a max battle, your attacks will do double damage until the item timer runs out. Using multiple Max Mushrooms consecutively will lengthen the duration of the effect, but will not increase the damage multiplier. Remember to check your item bag while in a max battle lobby and use any Max Mushrooms you've acquired. You can also see whether other trainers in the lobby have Max Mushrooms active. Comment there, or do we read through the whole thing?
Man, it's a bummer Kyle just left.
I know, he's got opinions.
He's got opinions.
Yeah, I was thinking about him.
But to keep it short and sweet, I think the hot take online is like, oh, great, you wanted us to be in big groups to do this. It's supposed to be endgame content, and now you've instantly made it like not even a month out from the introduction of Gigantamax. Like, you've made it much more accessible for smaller groups, which is wonderful, but then why are you so hard-nosed about other stuff? It's some of that friction of that like mental dissonance that seems to be the case with some of the reasons for one thing over the other. But I think a big takeaway is that Max Mushrooms are a key ingredient in the Max Mushroom soup Max Soup, right? In the main series games. Yes, which is an item that is a consumable that lets you take a Dynamax Pokemon that is the species is Gigantamax eligible, and then gives them the Gigantamax-able trait. So we could be closer to turning some of those Dynamaxes, those Hondo Dynamaxes, into Gigantamax Pokemon, but we'll see.
That would be nice, because I still feel like when I see like a Dynamax Ghastly, I'm like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
I see the Dynamax starters, I'm like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
I have no reason to do this, because I would rather have a Gigantamax, like the Dynamax Toxicities. Why would I do that? I have no incentive to do this version of the raid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very fair. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Unless if we wanted to open up a conversation about this for like a half hour, we super could. I just don't think we should.
No, I think it's just been kind of negative online. I'm a little disheartened to see that this is the use of the Max Mushroom. I'm nervous that because they're using Max Mushrooms for this, we're not going to get Max Soup. And I want Max Soup.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. I do feel the same way. And I definitely agree with a lot of the negative notions that I've seen online, but I do want to say, as we move on, we always say on the show that more accessibility is only a good thing. And this does allow smaller groups in rural communities to do these. So I will have to say this is a good thing, even if it scares us.
So to move on, we do have event bonuses during the event. The following bonuses will be active during the event. Max particle collection limit increased to 1,600. All power spots will host Gigantamax battles. Power spots will refresh more frequently, and 8 times max particles from power spots. The following bonuses... Go on.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's a good thing.
But you can still only have 1,600.
Yeah. So how many do you normally get from a power spot?
120.
Okay. So 8 times.
So that's cool.
So
so you get like 1,000 max particles from a power spot, but you can only hold on to 1,600, and you can't collect more than that in a day.
Yeah, so you could do 2. You just need 2 max spots, and then you can do 2 of these raids for free.
And then you're done. You cannot do any more.
Pretty much the same as what it was pre-event, right? Like you do two
no,
raid
this
battles.
isn't.
No,
this is an improvement. If we take a look at the weekend where Gigantamax, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise came out, it was the same collection limits and collection amounts and hold limit. So you could really only do 1 free a day, and then you had to buy max particle packs.
Gotcha.
So this is making it easier on 2 fronts. 1, the collection limits increase. So you can do 2 of these because they will cost 800 a piece to do, and you can collect 1,600. Great. But also, you don't need to visit as many power spots in order to hit your maximum. It looks like 2 will do the trick. So it could very well be the power spot that the Gigantamax raid is happening in. You know what I mean? So this is an improvement in that sense, for sure.
Sure. Then we have the following bonuses active on December 8th, 2024 from 12 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. 2 times max particles from exploring, and quarter adventuring distance to receive max particles.
Huh. Interesting. That seems unnecessary.
Yeah, because you're already getting them from the power spots. Like right now, we get, what is it? For 2 kilometers, we get what? A couple hundred?
300.
300 from max
300.
particles right now. So for half a kilometer, you'll get the
600.
600. That's excessive. When you can only hold 1,600.
It's excessive, and I don't know who it's serving, because you're going to want to collect these to do a Gigantamax Lapras. But otherwise, I guess you could sit on your 1,600 and then just be ahead of the game by 600 for your limit when the event ends, right?
Mm-hmm. Also, you can only, is it saying, okay, so the collection limit, does that mean that's how many I can hold at a time? Or is that how many I can collect in a day? Because those are 2 different things.
I think it's how many you can collect in a day.
Okay. Because you can only hold 1,000 at a time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
I dislike all of the limits.
You would have to fill that up, raid, and then fill it up again.
Mhm.
Yes,
not even fill it up a
that's
second time.
the idea. Yeah, and I see what they're doing here. They're trying to make it again more accessible for like that. Maybe you don't have power spots, so you can walk. But if you don't have power spots, you don't have the max battles. So what are you trying to do it for? You know, I don't get that.
We do have event tickets for US $5 or equivalent currency in your own country, I believe is the addition that I should make there. Timed research, where you can get 1 max mushroom and 25,000 experience. If you have the ticket, you will get 2 times XP from max battles, and max particle collection limit will be increased to 5,600.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. Oh, they're so funny, Niantic. They're so funny.
That's
all right,
gross.
so I mean, if you're gonna do a lot of them, I guess this is okay.
Finally, in the web store, we have a double feature ticket box. It will be available for $6.99 US or equivalent pricing tier in your local currency. The double feature ticket box includes the Gigantamax, Gigantamax and cheese.
Yes,
Lapras
I was going to say like a
Mac.
gigantic Big Mac.
Yeah. Ooh.
I hear the Giganta Whoppers are better. Oh wait, no, is that a thing in your country? Whopper? The
Whoppers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Except I don't know how it is over there, but over here they are certainly not better.
But McDonald's did have that big E. coli breakout recently, so.
Oh, really?
That's very true. Yeah.
I mean, how does E. coli taste, though? Does that affect the taste of the burgers?
I couldn't tell you, but you get violently ill? Question mark?
So it tastes great
Definitely,
going
it affects
down.
Yeah, I was going to say not so good the other way.
Yeah, downward trend.
You're eating it and it's like, well, this is the best it's going to get.
Oh, well, all right.
Only downhill from here. The double feature ticket box includes Gigantamax Lapras Max Battle Day event tickets, the Aspiring Dragons Research Day timed research ticket, and a bonus Max Particle pack.
So that
that's
actually
it.
feels like really solid, because if this ticket's $5,
The other one's $2.
but
So
the other
it is
one's
still-
$2, so it's only $7. So it's the
You-
same, but
you
it's
get
the
it
pack.
It's the pack.
I thought the other one was $5. So I was like, oh, like that's like a $3 savings. That's something. No, it's not. It's the same.
You thought. I did too. And I scrolled up. It's like, of course. Of course, the mathemats.
Got him.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would have been sick if they gave you like $1 off. Like $1 off would have been great. Like $5.99 would have been solid. And what a good price point, because it still has the 5 in it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But no.
Nah.
Nope. All right. Well, I guess the only thing to ask about this event is, are you guys going to plan on doing a Gigantamax Lapras?
I will do one, probably.
All right.
No.
Maybe the 2, if that you can do the 2 for free. I will do the amount that you can do for free.
If I have a group, I'll buy this ticket, because that would be, you'd save a lot of money if you intend to do like 8 or 10 and you're like, I'll just buy the packs. Buy this ticket. You will save a bit of money, or spend it more efficiently here and be less frustrated because your collection limit is now increased, right? But yeah, just be cognizant. It's pretty easy to overspend for this event based on what these price points are. Like, very easy. Yeah. Okay. That's that for the Gigantamax Lapras Max Battle Day event. This last event here, before we get to, actually, no, there's 2 more events. I'm way ahead of myself. Oh my gosh.
So
this
many.
last event before one more event.
So many things.
Is the Young and Wise event. This is happening December 10th at 10 a.m. to Saturday, December 14th at 8 p.m. local time. Event bonuses include 2 times experience for hatching eggs and 2 times experience for winning raid battles. That sounds like a very good event already from that. In raids, 1-star raids will feature Shinx, Scraggy, Tyrunt, Phantom. I almost said Phantom. Phantom and Jangmo-O. 3-star raids will feature Alakazam, Oranguru, Drampa, Wordeer. Hey, is it Oranguru or Oranguru?
Okay, I say the second way, but I would need to double check.
Oranguru? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're much closer to being correct on these than I am, so I just had to double check. I'm going to continue saying Orangaroo. I don't know why I asked.
How to pronounce? Because it's goo. I don't know. Now I'm confused.
It's orangutan and
it's
guru.
orang. I know it's definitely guru at the end. Like definitely that's orang or oran. It could be orang. That would make more sense. I think it's orang. I think you're right. Orangaroo.
Okay. All right, we'll keep it in. We'll keep it in. And we'll keep this conversation in because people need to know that we have to look these up all the time.
There's over 1,000 of these things.
It's a lot of them. Yeah.
And sometimes the Pokemon company is just wrong, like Ferrothorn. Like that's in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sorry guys. That's
they're wrong.
Yeah.
Drapion.
Like
get out of here.
Drapion.
Yeah.
Tropius.
Tropius makes so much more sense. Tropical, I guess Tropius, but the tropics.
Here's the point, and here's Chris stepping on it.
Yeah, that's right. It just sounds bad. That's my real point.
Yes.
All right, 5-star raids will include my boy Genesect with his chill drive. He's so chill. But the shiny debut until December 12th at 10 a.m. So get going, hop to it. You won't be able to do them forever. In Mega Raids, you'll see the likes of Mega Bennett until December 12th at 10 a.m. And then you'll see Mega Latios beginning December 12th at 10 a.m. Eggs will get a little tiny being the operative word, shake up in 2-kilometer eggs. You'll be seeing the following bebes: Togepi, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Bonsly, Happiny, and Munchlax. There will be field research tasks, collection challenges, because what's a party without one, and showcases or whatever. That's pretty much it. It's a very compact, nice themed event. There's some good things to raid in it, and you get bonuses for raiding. There's nice things in eggs if you need the babies for the shinies, and you get bonuses for hatching eggs. Seems very straightforward. I kind of like the simplicity here.
Yep.
Any other input?
I'm still looking up Oranguru. Like the goo is the.
This is
the
very
emphasis.
standard. This is very standard for our recordings.
Guru. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Like,
I love this.
we'll get off on a tangent, and then like I've moved on, and DeFi's like still clacking away, and I'll like make a point.
kinda
Like
and,
I
feel
want to
like-
know the answer.
yeah.
Like I
kinda
can't
feel like-
move on until I've learned the answer to the question. And
I
I'm like
almost wanna leave this all
somewhere
in.
I have like an official pronunciation guide,
Yeah.
like from the Pokemon company. I don't have that open right now. I'm looking at other just like fan made ones.
Oranguru.
Yep, the goo is like bolded. Like that's where the emphasis is.
The emphasis.
The emphasis.
Is it
Orangaroo.
Shanks
But
or
this
Shanks?
one,
Shanks, get out of here.
but this one is putting the emphasis on Oranguru.
Rang Guru? Question mark.
you Rangaroo?
You
You Oranguru?
That's when your guru calls you have to call him back. You Ranguru? What you need?
You Rangaroo?
All right. Okay.
Stop it.
I have no idea how much of that is being left in, but let's move on anyway. All right. Orangaroo, that's a nice event. We love it. We're moving on here. This last event, hey, DeFi, would you mind?
I would love to chat about Necrozma Fusion Raid Day as the final event. When is it? Next Saturday, December 14th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Dusk Main Necrozma and Dawn Wings Necrozma will appear in raids. You will get 4 free 5 additional free raid passes for a total of 7 because you have 2 free a day during this season, plus 5 more. Increased chance to encounter the shiny Necrozma in raids. The remote raid pass limit will increase to 20 from Friday, December 13th at 5 o'clock p.m. to Saturday, December 14th, 2024 at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I will definitely play the free version of this event. However, if you would like to pay $5 US or your equivalent whatever, in whatever currency you have. You can get 8 additional raid passes.
Holy.
So on top of the 5 that you get for free from spinning gym photo discs, that gives you 15. 15, because you have the 7 freebies of the day and then 8 more. Increased chance of rare XL candy, 50% more XP from raid battles, and double the Stardust from raid battles. There will also be a Ultra Box ticket for Necrozma Raid Day in the store for $4.99 that has both the event ticket and a bonus battle pass. So if you're going to buy the thing, buy it on the web store. That's basically what Niantic wants you to do. They want you to avoid the app purchases, like, because for monetary reasons that benefit them, I'm sure, to buy it off of the web store instead.
So the deal with it is, and this is a very, very simplified version of this, and I don't have all the details either, but when you make a purchase in an app, the store in which that app is served on takes a cut. And so if they sell it through their own proprietary website and just credit it to your account, they don't pay that cut. So instead, let's just pretend it's like $1 on every 5. So they would get all 5 of those $5 instead of just 4, right?
Yeah, they don't want to pay Google. They don't want to pay Apple.
No, most of all, they don't want to pay Apple because I think Apple takes a bigger cut than other places. So they're incentivizing you to use the web store. Do with that information what you will for your own benefit. Get it from the web store because it's a better deal. Yeah. Yep. Outside of this, though, I know you said you're going to do this already, DeFi, but like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you care about more Necrozma?
I think I only have a couple shiny. Like, I don't care about Necrozma candy. I have maxed out both versions of Necrozma. Like, I have a level 50 of both.
Nice.
And a 98 of both. But if I go Necrozma and shiny, I have 2. I have a grand total of 2. Both of them are terrible. But I guess I don't really care too much because you need to fuse them with Lunala or Solgaleo. And without having more of those, I don't care so much.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar pool. I also have maxed outs of both of them, and I've got a few shinies on hand. What are you chasing at that point, right? The Shundo? Like, okay, maybe a Hundo, maybe, but that's kind of rough. So
I don't have any more of the fusion energy, so this doesn't help me with that either.
I wonder if they're going to include that in some way. There was another like half of this blog post that I did not put into our notes that just fully explains what fusion is and how it works. And I figured we didn't need to rehash that. They might have stuck something in there about it being, you might be able to get fusion energy along the way or something like that. But it would be kind of silly if they didn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Considering they use the word fusion.
Like, they're rare sources of power that can be used to fuse them into their more formidable forms. Oh, you get it from the raid battles. You can get it from the raid battles.
Okay, there you go. Question answered. That's an answer question.
It does. It doesn't help me with my Lunalis Solgaleo problem, but
yeah. Very cool. Very, very cool. If you're into that, that is there for you to do next weekend. Yahoo. Okay. Alrighty. I guess that means that I get to hand over the reins to the two of you, and we're gonna cover the new PvP update, aren't we?
We are. So it's PvP corner time. All right. I don't think we need a quip. We're here. We're ready. It is a new
the PvP podcast that doesn't need a quip.
Yes.
There it is.
The PvP podcast that's here?
That's here. That needs no transition. We are in the Go Battle League Dual Destiny update. I hope you out there used your star piece. I did. And I got my new battle ticket, the season-long battle pass before I did any battles, because I haven't battled in this season yet, but I did claim the pass. So go me.
Go you.
I am excited. I remembered. So again, all of that happens at the beginning of the season, resets the rank. We have the calendar. We'll go over, we can go over the calendar really briefly, just some big hits. We'll see Fantasy Cup return, little Holiday Cup we'll see. Not regular Holiday Cup. Oh, no. Just little Holiday Cup. We'll see Great League Color Cup, Little Jungle Cup, the Love Cup. And then we end the season not on a catch cup, but on Mega Master League, which I like way better. Because
Niantic's been getting my letters.
Nobody, all me and the bros hate catch cup. Me and all my friends hate catch cup. But so you get Open Great League and Master League Mega Edition. So there's like 2 weeks of back-to-back Great League at the end, if you are interested still in that climb. I am probably going to play a lot of Love Cup. That's one of my favorites. And we'll obviously talk more about them as they come up closer to the time. Dual Destiny Go Battle League events. We will have a Go Battle not day, not weekend. No. We're going to have a week from Tuesday, January 21st to Sunday, January 26th, because a week is now from Tuesday to Sunday. Niantic has decided that is the length of a week.
That's true.
So
That's so funny. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's funny, but it's hysterical.
But it's your standard bonuses for each day. 4 times Stardust from win rewards. You get, instead of 5 sets, you get 20. It's a total of 100 battles every single one of those days. And there'll be some free timed research where you can get Grimsley's shoes. We'll talk more about him in a moment. And then because it is the Go Battle week, your Pokemon Go Battle League rewards will have a wider variance of attack, defense, and HP. So that means they are not set at like your typical research IVs or egg or raid IVs. You can get a 0-15-15. The last time we did this, I got the rank 2 Morpeko, which I was very excited about. So I had a really low attack one with really high HP and defense, and it was awesome. So love when we do that.
Also, I do want anyone who can get through all 600 battles of this event, let us know. I want to collect the stats on how many people actually do all 600 of those battles.
Won't be me.
I don't even think I could swing that.
Nope. The Dual Destiny, the guaranteed rank up encounters at rank 1, you are guaranteed a Scraggy. Rank 6, guaranteed a Sandile. At Ace Trainer rank, you're guaranteed a Jangmo-O. At Veteran, guaranteed that Dino. 2750 for Expert, you're guaranteed a Frigibax. And of course, at Legend, you can get that Pikachu Libre, and maybe it will be shiny. If you are lucky. Anything stand out to you with the standard encounters for anything that's changed? Citadel's in there. I don't know if Citadel was in there last season.
I don't think it was. Was Totodile in last season's as well?
I don't think so. Fletch, like the rank 1 encounters, like Fletchling is new, Bunnelby I think is new, Clefairy, Machop. Seeing Mienfoo in there, Mienfoo.
And that's been there since the dawn of GPL.
I know, but it's good to see it. It's there.
Teddy Ursa is in there. Ursaring, has got something going on. Like, it's a very...
It hits like a truck.
Yeah, it's Shadow Claw, Swift, and Close Combat. And so it gets to those Swifts very, very quickly. And subsequently the Close Combats as well. And it can bait with a Swift and then hit you with the Close Combat afterwards. It's kind of like a... Pangoro or Primeape, just hard and fast.
And of course, you get the active raid boss and 5-star raids at that rank 20, which is fantastic. If you don't want to spend money on raids, you can do those for free and get a handful of the raid bosses. Usually it's not a lot. It's not a high rate typically to get the raid boss, but I definitely get a few each season.
So to rewind a minute to the Teddy Ursa thing here, is Ursa Luna not used in Master League or something like that?
Yeah, it is in Master League.
Okay. I was about to be very fascinated by Ursa Ring being so much more relevant, but that is kind of a common story in Pokemon Go PvP.
And
sometimes that middle evolution is good.
But I'm also like glad that you were here for that, because like as someone who plays like the championship circuit, it's very easy to just focus on Great League and forget that the other leagues exist. So like I'm glad you were there.
Oh, sure.
To like, oh yeah, Master League's a thing. What about that? And yeah,
I think we all try to pretend Master League doesn't exist.
Yeah, but not everyone. Not everyone. There are people out there who listen to this show that like Master League, and that is okay.
Sorry
to everybody who enjoys
I'm more like a guy who's like not tall enough to go on the ride yet, and I'm just staring at all the people having fun on the ride.
These Pokemon can have higher than 1,500 CP. What?
Oh, wait a minute.
You can get XL candy for legendaries. All right. Moving right along. The next thing that we have is obviously we talked about the timed research pass. You get your 500 wins. You get that elite fast TM at 400, the elite charge TM at 500. Keep going throughout the season to see how far you can get. That's always my goal. My goal every single season is to make that through.
Goal every day for life. Oh my gosh.
So the pose, I kind of like it. So it is the Grimsley pose. Grimsley is a member of the Unova Elite Four from the Pokemon Black and White video games. He specializes in dark type Pokemon. When you play against him in Black and White, he runs Pokemon like Scrafty, Crocodile, Liepard, and Bisharp. Black 2, White 2, very similar teams. I think he adds like an Absol in there at some point and a Houndoom if you get into like rematches and things. But dark type Pokemon is his specialty. And the pose is kind of like you're standing with your back to the other player and you turn around and kind of give them like no. Like
talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand. And I kind of like it a lot. I don't love Grimsley's outfit, but I think the pose is funny.
Oh, the scarf is legendary though.
Scarf's alright. The whole dress shoes with no socks things bugs me.
And the flared pants.
It's a very.
Okay, but I mean, the whole outfit's great.
Combined with the talk to the hand.
So good. I mean, that's very Dragon Ball Z pose. Like he's gonna shoot a key blast into somebody.
But that's what he wears. Like he doesn't wear socks. Like that's what he looks like.
Is this a known piece of lore? Grimsley doesn't wear socks.
Grimsley, no socks, dark type.
All right. So at ace rank, you'll get the shoes, no socks. At vet rank, you'll get the pants. At expert rank, you get the top, and I also assume you get that scarf. And legend rank, you get the pose. So always be after that pose. Let's talk about the cups. So Fantasy Cup. That is only Dragon, Steel, and Fairy type Pokemon. Steel types feel a little overpowered in that trio. Steel looks very good. But Dragons and Fairies, obviously, also good. So we'll have to check that out. Do you remember Fantasy Cup, Fish? What's good in Fantasy Cup?
Well, the Steel types were pretty overpowered because they... resist and are super effective against not super effective against dragon, but they resist both of the other types and they're super effective against fairy. So like the steel types were like the go-tos. There are some Pokemon like your Azumarill which can beat steels, especially with like a hydro pump. Red Steel was the other big one I can remember. Those are the big two, I think. Ferrothorn, I think
Registeel I feel like would just destroy everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Was this one of the ones that what's that fire dragon that would incinerate?
Turtonator.
Turtonator. That's it. Yeah. Turtonator was good in this one.
Yeah. Turtonator was good.
Yeah. So that generally beats the Registeel. And Registeel has the nerfed Zap Cannon now, so it's down from 50% back down to like 30% or something, or 20% or something like that. So slightly less good than what it was.
Mm-hmm. Alolan Sandslash will probably be pretty good. I'm thinking about this one more because it's coming up first.
We're in it now.
We're in it now.
Mm.
And it's also next week, so.
Well, let me just bring up the top 10 quickly. The top 10 on PB Poke are Azumarill at the top. That's right, Galarian Weezing. The Shadow form is ranked higher.
Yeah.
Oh, the poison typing for the fairies, huh?
Yes, and Overheat for Steels as well. And then being able to double resist the dragon type attack. So it has like a little bit of something for everyone. Alolan Shadow Dugtrio is at number 3, which is definitely something new now with the buffed Mud Slap and then the Mud Bomb and Iron Head as its charged attacks. You've got Shadow Excadrill now with Mud Slap instead of Mud Shot. You've got a Galarian Stunfisk, so a lot of steel ground types there in a big chunk. Origin form Giratina. Registeel down at number 10. And then Turtonator at 11, Shadow Alolan Sandslash at number 12.
Flygon is good in this too.
Yes.
Saramanda. Flygon, Mudshot Flygon. Also a solid choice. You could use Shadow Heatran with Magma Storm and Earth Power as well.
It's a choice.
That's a choice you can make. That is something you could do. All right. So a little bit about Fantasy Cup. We're also currently in Open Great League and Ultra League. I think we can safely talk about the Great League rankings without getting too much into the season updates. But Open Great League right now, Clodsire is number 1. Clodsire still remains king. With number 2, XL Galarian Corsola. You want a level 50 with 0, 15, 15 IVs. That perfect one is going to come to 1498.
If I may, you should, but you don't need if you want to rank 1, then you do need the level 50 with the 0 attack, but it does quite well with hatch IVs as well. The only thing with that is that, and like this is kind of what I was alluding to at the start of the episode with Hatch and my Corsolas, like you will need to trade to get one with enough HP to be able to beat Shadow Feraligatr in the ones, and Primeape as well. And also I think Drifblim. So I know at least for Feraligatr and Primeape you need at least 139 HP, and the best you can get with Hatch IVs is 138. So you do need to trade for that, but it doesn't take a lot. You can still get a Galarian Corsola that works, that doesn't have to be XL'd that much. And in fact, I'm relying on that because like I've never spent rare XL candy. I will be doing that now, but I still don't have enough to max one out to level 50. So that's kind of what I'm relying on at the moment.
All right. But Galarian Corsola, very good. It runs Astonish, Nightshade, and Power Gem. And not a lot can like really beat it like consistently. Like Dunsparce is pretty solid into this ghost type Pokemon, Mandibuzz, but generally like it is, because it's tanky, it just like outlasts everything, and has really good, like Power Gem is really solid coverage. Then you have Mandibuzz, Diggersby, Primeape with Karate Chop, Rage Fist, so double legacy Pokemon with that close combat. And then Clodsire, again, being on here twice, Clodsire gets 2 spots, not because there's a Shadow Clodsire. No. Because the 2 different attack sets are, like, it's so good. It's on here with 2 different attack sets, and those attack sets get you very different wins. So the number 1 is with Sludge Bomb Earthquake. The number 6 is with Earthquake Stone Edge. You use them for different things. It depends what else you have in your battle party. Gastrodon, then you have Shadow and regular Feraligatr. Shadow Kanto Marowak, again, Mudslap bonus, still doing work. Then you've got Dunsparce and Pangoro coming in there.
So even Pokemon Go PvP is not immune to the Gastrodon sovereignty. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Lou the Pikachu is a caster over in the EU region who loves Gastrodon. She primarily casts VGC, but will also cast for Go sometimes.
Okay.
And she is very excited when Mudslap got a buff.
Awesome. It was a running joke whenever she casted, because she'd be like, hey, Gastrodon, that could be a thing. Someone could bring one, and all the other casters would have to just like play like, oh, yeah, maybe not, maybe next season, and then next season came around and it happened. And I think I heard Lou squealing from here.
It's
ultimate validation. Good. That's awesome.
We love her. All right. And obviously, we'll dig more into all the other metas when they come out. Like I mentioned, Color Cup with like Fire, Water, Grass, Electric. Little Holiday Cup will be coming up soon. Little Jungle Cup, which does ban Gligar and Galarian Stunfisk. We love that. I love me some Love Cup with that red or pink Pokemon. And then we love when Mega Evolved Pokemon are allowed in Master League. It's just stupid chaos, and I love it. Let's talk about updates to the combat system. It says the switch timer in the Go Battle League will continue to be 50 seconds. I know it was 60 seconds right away when the season changed over. It reverted back to 60 seconds. Is it back to 50 seconds now?
I don't actually know. I assume so, because I haven't heard people mentioning it in the last day or so.
Okay.
Yeah, the season's only a day old, so like I know people were talking about it initially. Then at the same time, because there was also some Pokemon that were meant to get new attacks that weren't live yet, and so people stopped talking about that. So I assume the switch timer was also fixed as well. Which, like, I can't even imagine how that mistake gets made. How does someone accidentally change it back to 60 seconds?
I'm sure there's a something when they go to set a new season that some switch gets reset.
Yeah, it might have like some sort of template.
Default. Yeah, template.
Yeah, like they work off a default template. I'm sure somewhere in that deep pile of spaghetti there is.
But for sure, whatever happened, there's a big post-it note on somebody's monitor for next season.
Tell me about the attack changes.
I would love to. The Fangs! I'll get energy generation increase. Fire Fang, Ice Fang, and Thunder Fang. Steelix very happy about that. Bulldoze has a lot of changes. It was an 80 power attack. It is now only 45 power. And the power went down and the energy cost for it also went down. So it became kind of like a cheaper bait move. And there's a chance to decrease the opponent's defense by 1 stage. So I don't think this affects anything. Nothing runs Bulldoze anymore. Alolan Sandslash has Drill Run. Munchlax. And no one's running Munchlax.
Yeah. No,
so I don't know what this does. I don't know why this is here.
This is not one we were crying out for.
Does this put it more in like the Mud Bomb slot?
It would if it was more powerful. So it is 5 more energy. Yeah, it's 5 more energy than Mud Bomb and like less power. The only upside to it is the chance of the defense drop. I just don't think at this stage of the game's evolution, 2 charged attacks is like not much. Like you've got to think very carefully about how you spend those 2 slots. And so like if there are other options on the Pokemon, I don't think you're going to want Bulldoze.
Yeah, because it says Mud Bomb is 60 power. I'm looking online. Is that right? That's pretty crazy that it's that much less, actually.
Yeah, it's if it was 35 energy, then things might be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But 45 is just too expensive to make it valuable, I think.
Yep, and it's a 50% chance, by the way, to drop by 1 stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a coin flip.
Another quick one just quickly is the Fangs, Fire Fang, Ice Fang, and Thunder Fang are now clones of the current counter. So 6 energy for however much damage it causes. So like they're hard-hitting attacks and not particularly fast, but like fast enough to do something. So like that it does make him pretty viable.
Yes, if you forgot, Chris, counter no longer that good. Like,
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's like okay, but it's not. It used to be like the arguably best fast attack in PvP, and it no longer is so.
That change was 2 seasons ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just last season, wasn't it? It was at the end of
Was it just
Worlds.
last season?
Yeah, it was part of the Everything Must Go fire sale at the end of Worlds.
Yeah.
I think
so September. Okay.
I remember a lot of conversation over Metacham 2 seasons ago. So there was that change was probably in response to that sentiment that like, yo, this is way too prevalent in everybody's team. That kind of sucks for team variation, you know? So cool. I think it's really cool to hear, like, I mean, even if counter's not that great, it is still like such a filler move on a lot of Pokemon that they absolutely need. And so to hear you guys talk about how these are going to kind of be at parity with that move, just sort of it makes my brain happy, because it makes thinking about these movesets more homogenized and therefore easier to keep track of.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In addition to a trio of fangs, there's also a trio of punches. We have Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch are all getting ups in their power. So they're going to go from 55 to 60 power. So they're going to pack a little bit more of a punch. Any quick notes on that, Fish?
This isn't my own thought. I got this. This was pointed out to me by Lyle Jeffs in a previous season. But with those ones where it's only 5 power more than what it was previously, you really notice it when it's on a Pokemon getting same type attack bonus, or if it's super effective, because all these damage calculations work on multipliers, so you're just multiplying a bigger number by a bigger number, and that ends up with a bigger result in the end. So like Pokemon running Fire Punch, for example Diggersby, you might not see a huge difference if you like throw a Fire Punch at a Dunsparce, but if you throw a Fire Punch at a Superior, then you actually will see a difference. In fact, on my particular not Dunsparce, Diggersby that I'm running, it can beat Superior in the 1 shields now because of that. Even though it's taking super effective damage from Vine Whip and Frenzy Plant, which is a very hard hitting move, it still manages to overcome with the power of those just that little extra damage from the Fire Punch.
Yep. I think other than Diggersby, I think the other most meta relevant Pokemon that this affects is Alolan Sandslash with Ice Punch. How much harder that is going to hit, because again, that is same type. You get the bonus from same type attack bonus, and then you hit it against something super effective. Like that is going to be significantly noticeable.
I also I was doing a practice battle where I was running Shadow Typhlosion, which has Thunder Punch, and the Shadow Typhlosion managed to take out it was like nearly full health Shadow for Alligator. It was like 85-90%, and the Thunder Punch managed to take that whole thing out.
And I mean, Shadow Typhlosion already beat Shadow for Alligator in most situations. So
yes, but
so now it just wins more.
That's a touchy one, because like before in the 0 shields, the Feraligatr could just survive the Thunder Punch and get off the Hydro Cannon, which would absolutely destroy the Typhlosion. In the 1 and 2s, then you've done enough damage with the Incinerate, where by then a Thunder Punch would do the trick. But because of the more powerful Thunder Punch, I was in a 0 shield situation. Both of our shields were down on both sides. We both got to our attack at the same time, but their Hydro Cannon never got to fire because, the Thunder Punch did just enough damage.
Yep, because Typhlosion needed to win more of that.
Yes.
Chris says yes,
in
it did.
fact, yes. It did.
It did.
Yep.
10 confirm.
We need 10 confirm.
Fish,
All
they're
right.
getting both of our letters.
All right. The final update to an attack, which I don't know why this needed to happen, but Thundershock got better. Thundershock already, again, arguably like an A tier fast attack, just because like it generates a lot of energy and it does like okay amount of damage. It just got better. Like it goes from 3 power to 4 power. So it does more damage, but like everything else the same. So this is a strict upgrade for Thundershock, which is why I think you're seeing like more Pekko got a little bit better. Unovan Stunfisk is like in the rankings. Like an open Great League, like much more viable now with Thundershock, Mud Bomb, and Discharge. Togedemaru bumped up quite a bit.
Is Melmetal back?
No.
Oh, that's a bummer. He was hot for like 3 months and then just gone.
Well, I would have appreciated this in the last Battle Frontier meta because I used Melmetal like every single week with double Iron Bash and Wasteland. Which I know we're not talking too much, and we'll mention it again next week, but Fish and I were both on the leaderboard for Wasteland. We were very far apart. Like, Fish was much higher on the leaderboard. But the fact that I did not play consistently, I still made number 10. Like, I eked by on the end of the leaderboard.
Let's go. Yeah.
I got a 3-0 to end my Battle Frontier season. Felt real
nice.
But yeah, I love Melmetal. I love that I got to use it for Battle Frontier. It was very good. But that's
Shadow
not all.
Electivire is another one that I like here. It's gotten a huge improvement, and it's now number 1 as a closer in the meta, as well as it's got the improved Ice Punch as well. So a closer is Pokemon when there are no shields in play, and basically anything that can't tank a Wild Charge will lose to Shadow Electivire.
So that is definitely like it's a small change. It's a small adjustment. We also have some attack availability updates. Are you ready, Chris, for these attack availability updates?
I am. I looked ahead and I'm disappointed, but we can talk about the other ones.
Dragalge gets the charged attack Focus Blast.
What is that for? Mastodon? What are you doing here?
I'm going to skip the second one because I think that's the most relevant. The one we're actually going to talk about. Gliscor gets Sand Attack, which again, I don't think that helps it. Like, I don't.
It's probably up, but like it's not meta.
No. Somebody at Niantic likes Starmie because now it gets the fast attack Psywave and the charged attack Surf. It is viable. It is like spicy viable. That's where Starmie lives right now.
Ranked
like,
number 135 on the Great League rankings at the moment.
Wow.
So
yeah, so it's up
a lot.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like Homer climbing the murder horn. Finally, like, collapses on a ledge and then looks up to see how far he's got to go. And it's like, oh!
So sell your Starmie stocks now and then wait for them to fall and buy them back up.
I mean, if you want to really destroy a Clodsire, I mean, this would be... Like, if you wanted to have a team that says no Clodsire at all, this would be the team. This would be the Pokemon on that team. Then the Pokemon that I think is probably the biggest winner and I think is most interesting, Bibarel, now gets the fast attack rollout. I think that's the most interesting and probably the biggest win for Bibarel. Again, none of these are great. But I think Bibarel now has, especially like Shadow Bibarel, because rollout doing more fast attack damage, I think is, again, kind of on that bubble of like, it's not meta, but it's definitely like a viable option.
It doesn't actually do more damage than what its previous fast attack was, which was Water Gun, if I know my stats well enough. But it has a heck of a lot more energy. So it'll get to those charged attacks a lot quicker.
Yes. I'm saying, like, as a Shadow, like, the rollouts are going to do more damage.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Must have tuned out for a sec. ADHD.
That's okay. That is what I meant.
Yes.
With that. But that's why you would want the Shadow, because that's what's doing the more damage there.
So Shadow Bibarel up to 118 on the Great League rankings. The regular Bibarel 158. So Starmie is actually higher than the regular Bibarel, which I'm surprised to find out.
That's fine. I think the Shadow's what people are gonna be interested in.
It just kind of puts it into context for me how much of an effect these have had. Like they're definitely better, but neither like
groundbreaking.
Yeah. We were excited about Bibarel at first because like it's just got some really handy typing that allows it to beat some good stuff. Like I think does Bibarel beat, or at least the Shadow Bibarel beat? Yeah, it does beat Azumarill. Beats for Alligator. It doesn't beat Clodsire, weirdly.
Clodsire is just too much of a tank.
Yeah.
Like I just don't think the Surfs do enough damage, probably.
Yeah, interesting.
All right. And that's the move. That is all 5 of those are the attack availability updates. So nothing very exciting there. But
this is very like you had ice cream last night.
Yeah, it's like the Thundershock I think is interesting. I think the Thunderfang is interesting. The punches are kind of like that's something. The attack availability is like nothing. Like that is
I think
nah.
Well, I mean, I'm interested to see Dragougi in Fantasy Cup.
Someone's gonna focus blast. It's gonna.
Also, I think Thundershock that change might have been made just to bring it back in line with Poison Sting, whereas Thundershock and Poison Sting were clones of each other. Then Poison Sting got a buff. Maybe they're increasing Thundershock just to bring them back in alignment.
Maybe. Either way, I'm sure Tool Butters is happy. It helps make some spicy electric types better. We'll see him do more Electivire.
So I think that's it, DeFi.
I think so too. We have a lot to talk about next week. Emails, the official tournament circuit, Battle Frontier season wrapping up. Lots and lots to chat about next week. But for now, that's it for PvP Corner. Chris, let's close out the show.
Let's do it. I'm excited. Now, unfortunately, what that means is that this week we're not going to have Gear Up, which you probably should have already put that together. We're not going to do Pokelore, where you guys get an extra week on Pokepoll. And we are also going to forego voicemails this week because there were, and emails, because there were a couple things that were included for Kyle, and he's not here. So we're just going to do those next week on episode 310 when it's back to basics. You know what I mean? With all the other stuff that we have to talk about, which is quite a bit. So if you don't remember the Pokepoll question that is still now active and valid, it is, since XL and XXL Pokemon seem to have a solid place in showcases and with mighty Pokemon, what would you like to see for XS and XXS Pokemon? That question has already been posted on our X account, so you can go and respond to it there. You can respond to this YouTube video if you haven't responded to the other YouTube video already. The Spotify, if you're listening on the mobile app, you can leave a comment or reply. If you're a patron of ours, we have in our patron exclusive Discord. We've got a channel dedicated to it. There's lots of ways to send us your answer, including email and voicemail. The voicemail line is 312. That's Chicago area code. That's hilarious. I came to mine first. Voicemail line is 262-586-7717. And our email is mail@gocastpodcast.com. And if you've got any feedback for these folks, these two right here, about their PvP stuff and all that good energy and good information, they can send an email to where for y'all?
PvP Corner at GOCastPodcast.com.
That's right. Preach. Absolutely. Okay. So like I said, this is the end of the show. Email us at mail@GoCastPodcast.com. Visit our website, GoCastPodcast.com. Follow us on X and Threads. Nowhere else, I swear to God. At GoCast Podcast. If you want to help support the show, you can via Patreon for as little as $1 a month. That gets you access to our patron exclusive Discord. That's spelled patreon.com/GoCast Podcast. And speaking of elite trainers, I swear I remember that DeFi did this last time, which would mean that Fish. Hey, man,
I'll do it. I'll take one.
All right.
I'll take one for the team. Shout out to Bo, Daniel, Laurie, Michael, Ozzy, Arkham, Marvin and Mimi, Swartz, Stayer, Jason, Justin, Charles, Modders, Lee, William, Brandon, Ethan, Stephen, Nick, our favourite listener Drew 2, Camo, The Ugly Rock, Jacob, Victoria, Sarah Law, Memorandums, Nabil, Tish, Jacob, Matthew, Don, John Paul, Mika, Sean, Dave, and Nessicall.
You did it.
Mika or Micah?
Did it. It's Micah. I'm pretty sure.
Micah, yeah.
Like we've talked about this before. If your names get added to this list, we have less and less oxygen in our brains because we're trying to do it in one voice. It's difficult to process some of these at the end, but that was darn close. That was an A.
I'll take 95%.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much, y'all, for your generous support. We really, really appreciate it. And if you'd like to help support the show in a non-monetary way that is still very impactful, please consider leaving us a review. It's free for you. It takes only a few minutes. Okay, great. Awesome. Then we're going to set some goals and kind of get out of here. I'm going to forego our weekly goals. Kyle and I are going to get together next week and talk about the Go Tour stuff. We're going to have our hands full. So we'll just restart our weekly goals there because he's not left any. And so I will match that energy, I suppose. But as far as seasonal goals are concerned, it looks like he has left us some, although the strike throughs have me wondering. But we'll see. I'm up first, though. Of my 5 goals, I would like to get to the actual 20,000 eggs hatch. It's 1,000 eggs this season. Should be doable. The Platinum Jogger Medal. I'm only 200 kilometers away. I should be able to do that. Go to Go Tour Sinnoh in person. I do plan on going to the LA one. See y'all there. Rank 20 in GBL. This is a far-flung goal that will not happen, but I need to fill up my list. Have over 3,000 free spaces in my Pokemon storage. I'm maxed out on storage. I'm at the 8,800 mark. This would mean that I would have to have 5,800 free, which is a scary number for me. But that I think is the most challenging one on this list, honestly. So we'll see if I get it done. Kyle's 3 struck through goals. Gosh, I'll have to clarify with him next week, but he's already in bed. Wish granted masterwork research. Hilarious. That's even on this list, but he's doing it. 10 million experience and consistent weekly streaks. What is this, Snapchat? We love it. Okay, well, we'll double check with him next week when we get a chance to talk and see if that was the length and breadth of his goal setting for this season. DeFi, what about you?
Yeah, so I'm just going to keep putting legend rank in GBL because I think that's the goal for me every season. I don't know if I'm always going to hit it, and I think it's healthy that I don't, and I learned that is okay. I'm going to be real. We were talking about some frustrations before the show. I'm a little frustrated with the state of the game right now on Android. Playing, so I was very unmotivated to play at the end of this season, but we'll see. I will try to remain optimistic, and I always wait to start my GBL sets for a couple days so all the tryhards are gone, and then I can have fun in rank 1. So I will continue that streak. I'll start back up in a few days. We'll see how far I get. The pose being silly does help. It is a very silly pose that I like the idea of having it.
Love it.
And as always, complete the Go Battle League timed research, get those 500 wins. I like when I do that, not the last week of the season. So we will continue to try to do that. 3 new best buddies. I'm currently at 52. So getting that number up to 55. I would also like to finish the Rising Star Duo Platinum badge. I'm at 1960. You need 2,000 to finish it for Platinum. Wow. And I'm not there yet. So I think I can do that. 40 raids with friends. I think I can make that happen. Yeah. And then the Purifier Platinum badge, I don't really engage with the Team Go Rocket system because I don't use Shadow Pokemon for PvP. But so unsurprisingly, then if I don't
poor defenseless Pokemon there to suffer DeFi.
Yeah.
Heartless.
At least under your tutelage, they would be better off, even if you didn't cure them.
So what I'm going to do, I'm at 963. I'm going to try to get to 999 and then make the 1,000th Pokemon that I purify. I have a very special one in mind that I am excited to purify.
Is it a Snubble?
Oh, no. It's not a
Snubble.
It's something that's going to make some people angry on the internet. And
actually, I'm going to stop guessing because I don't want you to give it away. But I have a couple of ideas. All right.
All right, Fish.
Fish, yeah.
Okay, so I've got the get championship points at Perth Regional that's carried forward from this season or last season. That's number one. I have 2 more best buddies to get before I finally finish that chapter of the Shiny Jirachi special research. So I will get 2 more best buddies this season.
What are they going to be?
I am currently working on Shellos, which I did mention just to wrap that little bow up. It's the one thing that's now higher than Clefable on the Ultra League rankings that has to be XL'd, and it's like just barely higher as well. So I would like to get the XLs for that, and if we become best buddies in the process, that's a good thing, right? Also a Hundo Galarian Stunfisk, which like isn't as relevant, but it's just, I don't just make friends with whatever can be the most useful to me.
Good. That's a good attitude to have.
Like, I'm glad we established that.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful that you don't just view people and Pokemon around you as tools to get what you want. I'm glad we clarified this.
Yeah, Fish is not a member of Team Go Rocket.
Then I'm looking at some of my badges. I am just over 400 Pokemon away from getting 150,000 for my collector badge.
Nice.
So I'm gonna get 150,000 Pokemon caught all time. I am going to aim for 95,000 Pokestops spun. Right now I'm at 92,069, so a bit of a stretch. I was doing the math before. I think it's like 250 a week. Which for some that would be a piece of cake. Yeah, you could do that. I don't know about me.
Well, I have faith in you, Fish. You can do whatever you set your mind to.
Thank you. And then also the Sightseer, which I don't know if we've mentioned it on this show. I've definitely mentioned it in like a couple of spaces where like it was you, I believe, interviewing Arfindio. And he talked about the Sightseer medals, just seeing unique Pokestops around the world. And ever since that, I've just been so fascinated with it because it's like a bit of like a record of like how far across the globe you've gone playing this game. So I really like making that number go up. And so right now I'm at 6,735. Let's see if I can bump it up to 7,000.
All right.
Oh, one more.
That's a handsome cluster of goals. Oh, Jogger medal too. Okay.
Yeah. I got 58
Platinum?
kilometers to go. Yeah, platinum.
Oh yeah, that's a free one, man.
Yeah, that's a layup.
You can't have more than me. You can't have more goals than me.
Outplayed.
What else can I do?
You guys will have one more than me.
Hey, it doesn't matter how many. It's the percentage, right? As long as you complete a higher percentage than me, you win.
It's kind of true. We've never outlined the rules of what counts and what doesn't. We've just been doing this for like 5 years. Longer than that, 6 years.
I don't know. I don't know what a good goal would be to add. I was considering putting like streaming stuff, like trying to stream again. But I don't know. I don't know what a measure of success for that would be. Chris is coming up with a goal now. I got to figure one out.
I got it. It is my platinum cameraman medal, which is for the snapshots. I am only 20 short of the platinum, which sounds like it'd be very easy, except that you forget that I forget everything all the time. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky and remember on my community days to do my 5 and stuff.
Well, now, of course, if you don't come up with one, you're a failure, right?
I am.
Yes.
And that's why that's a problem.
The badges are an easy go-to.
I know, but I don't I'm struggling with which one. I guess I don't have to complete the badge. I could just like make progress on it.
Yeah, totally.
What's your Jogger medal at?
9,008.
Ooh,
but it's winter. It's winter.
That's giving me pause too.
I know, like that's why I'm like I don't know about that one because it's winter.
Because I'm like, if you can get to 10,000 before I do, that would be like a fantastic reason to rub that in my face.
Oh, you just got to get going now. Doing laps, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, okay, like, this isn't really like, okay, I want to have a better list, like have a better understanding of what I'm missing in my lucky decks. Because I know I'm missing a lot, but I don't have a very good list written out. So I would like to organize my lucky decks list. Because I saw like Lachlan said he had 837. 837.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm at in the lucky decks 818. So like there's some Pokemon that I'm missing and I can't name them right now. Like I want to be able to just like know what I'm missing.
Right.
It wouldn't be Corsola because Corsola is not a separate dex entry. Sinnestea would be one.
There you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're already making progress on that goal.
Yeah, so I'm going to figure out which ones I'm missing.
I'm going to add a 7th goal in.
No. It's against
that
the rules, Fish.
Come up with an extra goal.
We're going to delete that.
Here, mine's going to be, I'm going to add one more, and mine's going to be figure out how to pronounce Oranguru. Which, if I've edited that out at this point, that's too bad. I'm sorry, y'all.
DeFi, you can add one in saying find new co-host. Would it make you feel comfortable if I deleted that joking goal? Increased number of eye rolls.
I like that one. That's good. Per episode. Your EPE, your eye rolls per episode. That's great.
It's like, is that a metric that Buzzsprout measures?
Yes.
All right. We've done it.
Oh, boy. Alrighty. Well, we've also got Lachlan's. So here's his.
All right. This is my goals for the next season. So I'll quickly speed through these. I want to maintain my Best Buddy progress. I'm hoping to add another 10 to Best Buddy status for a total of 136 Best Buddies. I'd like to get my level 50 Pokemon up from 108 to 115. I'd like to unlock my Silver Community Member Medal. This is the new medal that was released during the season for checking into Community Ambassador events. It's only 20 for Silver, so I think I can get there. Continue progress on my Tiny Rat Medal. I want to get to 800. I'm currently at 778. Sadly, there's less rats in Unova. I'd like to maintain my Lucky Dex, so excluding any new regional Pokemon that may get released this season. I'd like either a red or a blue shiny Basculin. Happy with either form, either before or after the Unova Tour event. Seeing as Niantic gave us all that GBL research this season, I'd like to hit rank 20 in GBL this season. I'd like to catch one of each of the new Gmax or DMAX Pokemon that get released during the season. I'd like to catch a Shadow Shiny Regice, Shadow Shiny Regirock, Shadow Shiny Registeel, and if our Shadow Raid Day in January is a different Shadow Shiny Legendary that's not released, maybe say Regigigas, I'd also like to catch that as well. That's it. That's my goals for the upcoming season. Hope you have a good season, everyone.
You too.
Yeah, you too, Lachlan. Aw, man. It's a bummer we didn't have him. But well, it's still over 2 hours long, raw. So I think we did our job here today, folks. And that's going to be it for this episode of the GOCast podcast. Thank you, Fish. And thank you, DeFi, for hopping on. And thank you, Kyle, now asleep. And thank you, Lachlan, hopefully now past his exam. Doing a lot of heavy lifting in that phrase. All right. We will see y'all next time for episode 310. Until then, listen to PvP Corner. Bye-bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I was waving.
I know.